Following everything that has happened so far, it is the last dinner, and as the couple walk in, one thing that is on everyone's minds is anxiety about how dinner is gonna go, considering the mess that has already happened. Nkululeko goes on to mention that even though he prays for no drama, he knows that he is married to drama.
I just pray that there's no drama. Yeah, it's no lie, I'm married to the drama, but I have to embrace it, right?
The Luvalos join in, and already Bongani is saying that if he could, he would have missed this dinner. Anyway, they came, they didn't miss it, so they go ahead and greet the Mahlangus. Then Tsapo walks in alone. He too doesn't want to be at the dinner table at all. He even goes on to mention that he has no reason whatsoever being there. Balisa follows in solo as well, and she even mentions that she doesn't even have expectations for the Last Supper. Following that walks in the happy couple, the Kosas, laughing ear to ear.
I have to say my wife is looking beautiful tonight. Me and her, we are a great couple, and we've been waiting for each other, you know.
He pulls out the chair for her. Ahman, love is such a beautiful thing.
No, I am a lover of love.
DJ, my dad.
Thanks, baby.
Nkululeko then takes charge. We see him ask them what they've learned so far, the most important things they've learned since coming to Married at First Sight.
Today, I want to really ask a very important question. What is the most interesting and most important thing that you've learned ever since you got here at Married at First Sight?
And while we are here, let me just say I love Nelisa's spirit. I admire how she allowed herself to love with all of her heart.
I didn't know that love can do such things to a person, that it can be that oomph that you need in your life, that you didn't even know you needed.
A mush. And when you are in love, you become like mush, you know? A woman in love is just like so mushy and happy and wonderful.
I'm finding myself being a whole new Nelisa, and I'm loving it.
'Cause I'm dangerously in love with you. I'll never leave. Just keep loving me.
Makoto then goes on to say she has learned that she can really stand up for herself, that no matter what people can say or do, at the end of it all, she fights for herself.
I really do stand up for myself, and I think I'm always gonna do that. Guys, I really think I can go to war,
Mina ngiyi-1 by 10 ngaba slice.
and I think that's such a beautiful thing about me.
At Tsapo, we also see him say what he has learned is that it is okay to fail, and it's absolutely okay to start all over again.
I think I've learned that it's okay to fail and that it's okay to start again.
Balisa then goes on to reveal during her diary that she doesn't want to look at Tsapo at all, as he wasted her time.
I don't want to look at this man. I really don't want to look at this man. This man wasted my time, and my time is money.
You should have just left me alone. You should have spared my heart to save me the heartache.
Nelisa then asked all of them if they are grateful they did things the way they did. Nkululeko starts saying Makoto wasn't the woman he expected at all.
When I actually came here, I had my own expectations. And Makoto was not the woman that I was actually seeing in my head.
Look at me. I look like I care. Look. I don't care.
I wanted a humble woman. I wanted, God-fearing woman, but strong at the same time. So it was frustrating. I think more than anything, I wasn't fighting with her, but I was fighting with myself.
And you could tell right then and there that Makoto was warming up for a very brutal response.
Makoto. So I'm expressing how the journey has literally, changed me and made me a better person.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
And I can see my wife is just like, there we go again.
And most times when Nkululeko speaks, I kind of see glimpses of what Makoto always says about him.
Blessings are not going to come on a silver platter. There's certain things where you have to work for. I just said to myself, whether hard or easy, I'm staying.
But then again, because of Makoto's personality, I kind of tend to overlook Nkuleko's flaws because Makoto is over there. So maybe if this man's flaws were pointed out by somebody calmer, maybe it would be easier for everybody to take note. But since it's Makoto saying all of it, and she's loud and brutal and everything that she is, it makes it hard to pay attention to what she's saying. But when you overlook Makoto's personality and everything about her, we can see that Nkuleko tends to have this urge to display himself as this righteous person. You know that this type of people that love speaking, that love hearing the sound of their voices, whether or not they're making sense, they don't really care. As long as they are speaking and have an audience. Nkuleko is giving me those vibes. Makoto then goes on to say how she wishes Nkuleko can say all the things he's saying to her face, then continues to say whenever he speaks, it's like he's preaching, especially when there's an audience.
There's this thing, Nkuleko, whereby when people are around, you know, when someone
it was at this point when production took matters into their own hands and took us literally to church.
He's a different person. Because I'm like, if he was this guy that he's talking about, we wouldn't be fighting.
Porsha then took over and she started off by putting emphasis on the expectations they all came to the show with, the kind of people they expected to meet.
Like you said, we came in here with our own expectations of the kind of person we thought we were going to meet, right?
She then went on to talk about her personal hopes and dreams, that she wanted marriage and to start a family.
I told myself that I want marriage. I want it. I don't need it. I want it. I want to be married. I want to start a family.
And went on to explain that at first she wasn't for any of it. She wanted out, she explained. And these are the things she had spoken about to the ladies, especially Makoto. But the moment Makoto felt that that was no longer the case, or she tried to take Porsha on, she wasn't even giving Porsha a chance to finish what she was saying.
And I gave me and Mohani a chance. At first, I was not for this. After day one, I was like, and what changed? Because remember when you came to me, just like, you're not attracted.
Let's be nice. We don't have to go there.
Makoto already was being creative, talking about how Porsha had said Bongani discussed her when he's naked.
Like I'm getting naked. When he's naked. I'm getting. I've never seen you discuss me when he's naked. You're not attracted at all. Nothing.
But Makoto feels Porsha had no right whatsoever to change her mind about Bongani. At this point, the way Makoto was mad, she even went on to mention how Porsha at one point had asked her to hook her up with one of her friends.
You know, Porsha, just in my head, I'm like, babe, you asked me to hook you up with my friend. She said it was, even when this man is naked, I can't stand him.
Was that necessary to say though? Makoto is really not a good person, hey? And she went on to express her shock.
So now I'm shocked because even the first dinner we had, Porsha and I were aside. I welcome for this man. I say, yeah, nah. What changed? And I really want to find out what changed.
Makoto is really something else. She is indeed the definition of misery loves company.
Just because you can't find your happiness and peace doesn't mean that you have to try to go fuck up someone else's happiness and peace.
And I also feel like Makoto should not have come to the show about love. She is not in a position to go looking for love, to go looking for a husband or anything like that.
Heal first.
The show that she qualifies for, the show that I see her excelling on is Big Brother. I feel like all her drama can fit well on Big Brother, not on Married at First Sight. At this point, Porsha didn't pay Makoto any mind, okay? She continued to narrate how getting to know Bongani has been.
Getting to know Bongani has been, surreal, you know? Like the way he looks at me, the way he talks to me, the way he treats me. That is the man I've been praying for.
And she also went on to say that she has learned that looks are really not important. And I won't lie, I was smiling ear to ear at this point.
So are looks important? No.
Makoto, however, wasn't impressed at all by Portia's change of heart.
Of course she will deny, because I get it now she's not where she was before. So I guess I'll give it to her. You know, maybe people do change.
Okay, no worries.
The good thing though is that nobody at a table was trying to entertain Makoto. She ended up turning to Bongani.
And on shall I guess I shave, right? Every time I guess I'll shave on give you my question, right?
Bongani during his diary went on to explain why he did not engage Makoto's mess.
I didn't engage Makoto in his utterance. I think she was trying to pick a fight, and I decided not to come to the dance floor. I think she's in a lookout for a main stage and as a main actor, and I don't think I've got to afford her that opportunity before it to come at my cost.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
Porsha went on to compliment her man, speak on his goodness.
I recognize myself as a queen. I prayed for a king, and this man has been nothing but a king to me. Aww.
I can't lose when I'm with you.
Sometimes don't argue with stupid. Let stupid be stupid and not continue with your life.
Do not worry about the worries from yesterday. Leave it in the past. Move forward with confidence.
What a beautiful moment. I'm telling you, all the disappointment and anger I had towards Portia, gone out the window. I'm so happy she got here, and maybe it's a good thing that she took her time. Of course, that is minus all the mean remarks, but I'm really truly happy for them. Temba at this point could see that Bongani maybe was blushing. He went on to say this. Yo, Makoto's facial expressions of disgust. Yo, she went on to say a lot of people had a bunch of nothing to say.
Even for me, I felt like a lot of people had a bunch of nothing to say. You know, when someone's just, they're saying a lot of things, but how no context, how no substance, how no...
At this point, I feel like Makoto needs God.
You need God.
A lot of meditation and a lot of intense therapy. Until the next part, let's take it to the comment section. Also remember to subscribe, like, share. Until next time, bye and thank you for watching.